Hello and welcome. Back as always, back as always, back as always. We doing this, we doing this, we doing this, we doing this. Alright. But yes, welcome. I've added some more songs. I forgot the exact amount, but I added more Splatoon songs from all three games. Added, let me turn it down a little bit. Added songs from Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future. Added songs from two songs from VVV, and then I added about 7 songs from 3 Katamari games. I'll probably look back and try and find some more Katamari songs, like from Katamari Forever, and maybe We Love Katamari. Or no, We Love Katamari was the... What was the one on PSP? Dang, I can't remember it. Because We Love Katamari was the second one that was on PS2 and the one that just got a re-release or remake. There was another one on PSP that I don't remember the name of off the top of my head. There was Touch My Katamari, which I don't like. But I've played every other Katamari game. Hi, Fast. How you doing?
Pretty good, I'd say.
That's good. Big ol' feeling good. Feeling okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was kind of a lie. I'm still not over the recent FNAF 4 retcon.
Still not over it? Still lingering
No.
in the back of your head?
Yes. The worst part of it is that there is literally no reason for the hallucinogenic gas to exist. You already have the illusion discs from the books that you made canon to the games in one section of Sister Location.
So they're just
I never
making
brought
things
them up
worse.
again. Yes. Please just use what you already have.
No. Lexington asks, would a little psychedelic nightmare gas help you?
Love is in the air. Wrong. Hallucinogenic gas.
Oh man. Well, I haven't been up to too much. Yesterday, 2 games I follow got pretty big updates. Splatoon got a new season, so new content, 2 new maps, and then another game I follow, Tower Unite, got a new game mode, which is really big for it, and it's really fun. So, happy for both games to get content.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. I think Tower Unite is pretty fun on PC if you can run it. It's a little little graphic sensitive, but it is pretty fun. If you know of Gmod Tower, which was a Gmod game mode back in the day, basically the people that made that were like, hey, the source engine's too limiting. Let's just make our own game in Unreal Engine, and they did. And the funniest thing about that was...
Sounds fun.
The funniest thing about that was they messed up the launch, and the the initial release of the game was just the EXE.
With none of the graphics or anything?
No, it was just the executable. No other files at all.
Surely the best way to play
So
a game.
the first update to the game was the entire game. Oh, it was great. But besides that, it's been great. I definitely recommend the game. If your PC can run it, I think it's really
I
good.
don't know.
You might have to look at the specs.
I don't know if it'll be able to.
That's okay.
It's struggling with Genshin.
Maybe. That's one way to make the first update special. Here's the whole game, guys. It was all a joke. April Fools. Yeah. What else have I been doing? I've been playing a few games here and there. I beat Chibi Robo Park Patrol, which was a DS game. Kinda recommend it. It's a little weird of a game to recommend, but it's not bad. And so I went from one DS sequel that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to another DS sequel that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, which was an Elebits sequel. Elebits used to be, well, the first game was a near launch title for the Wii, which is pretty much the only reason why it did good. Because obviously whenever the Wii came out, everyone was eating up anything that was for the Wii because they just wanted to play the dang thing. And it was about these little Elebits. There's a world where electricity is powered by these little creatures that just walk around and hide behind things and everywhere, called Elebits. And then it got a DS sequel, which was weird because the Wii pointer was a huge thing on the Wii game. That's like how you basically like the whole point was you were a kid that didn't like Elebits because his parents were Elebit researchers and they spent more time with Elebits than you, so you were jealous of them, and so the whole game is like you capturing them. Yeah, well, kind of killing them, it's like capturing them so that you can use them with your gun, and the gun could like pick up other things, and that way you could like complete the levels, just like capture X amount of Elebits or get X amount of watts. Anyways, so they went from an action game on the Wii to a I don't even know how to probably. It's like kind of an action game. It's kind of an action game on the DS, which I thought at first would be really weird, but it actually makes sense because now you move around stuff and capture Elebits with the stylus and the DS touchscreen, which works. It's pretty good. And so they also added a ton of new like Elebits to that game, and a lot of the styles for those I absolutely adore. Like definitely look up just like on like Spriter's Resource or something, the Elebits DS game. The game itself, I don't know if I could really recommend. It's not all that amazing. It's a puzzle action game. So,
Oh, that sounds not very good.
It was also semi-early DS game, so you know, yeah. So I'm playing through that, and then the Katamari We Love Katamari remake came out, so I'm playing through that as well. And I think that's about it. I'm just talking about a bunch of stuff. Thank you, CC. Also, apparently, September 1st is my affiliate anniversary. I don't know. I guess, yeah, so on Twitch you can become an affiliate, which is how you get emotes, how you get people to sub to your channel, how you can get bits, and, you know, gifted subs. That's how that all works. You don't just have that whenever you make a Twitch channel. You have to actually have somewhat of a following first, and then you have to apply to the affiliate program, and then they'll give you all that stuff. So I guess
like a pain in the ass.
It's kind of a pain in the ass. So there's affiliate, and then there's partner, which is like I actually fit most of the requirements for partner. The only one I don't is the viewer one. Yeah, I think you need like an average of 50 viewers to become a partner or something like that, which I average about maybe 5.
It's just a 0.
So if
Don't
all of
worry
you can
about
times yourself, like clone yourself by like 5 times, that'd be great. Or 10 times. 10 times. Clone yourself 10 times. And then I can get part.
Just open the thing on like 20 tabs.
Yeah, getting a partner is way harder than getting an affiliate, which I got affiliate within just like a year of streaming. So to go here, I need way more views to get anywhere. Yeah, it's all right though. So affiliate, you get money from subs, you get money from bits, you get money from actually, I think that's it. You can get money from subs and bits, but you don't get any money from Twitch directly. Whenever you become a partner, that's how you get money from Twitch directly. Which, yeah, I'm not quite there yet. But I'm also...
a lot of viewers for that.
Yeah, you need a lot of viewers. But I'm also not really pushing for that. I don't want fame. I'm not someone that can handle fame, and I'm good. I'd much rather have a group of friends or people that I know well that are all here and that I can just have a good time with. Because I don't know if you've seen, sometimes whenever there's a lot of people in chat talking, I get overwhelmed just by chat, and I'm trying to like play a game or focus on something else on the stream too, and I can't do it. Not a good multitasker. Lexon, what are you drawing in the corner here? It's a little guy. It's a little man.
It's just a little guy.
Little guy, little man. Right. So speaking of little guys and little men, I gotta think of what to draw. I think I have an idea of what I want to draw. But it might be some
I drew a
effort.
little guy.
Nice. I can give it a shot. Imagine if Phone Gigi got partner? What? Phil, did you okay?
I mean, the whole point of the game is that Kiki gets a partner.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's good. Yeah. The whole point of Dalton is so he can get someone to, you know, get him through to the fun fair so he can, you know, lay his eggs. Got partner on Twitch. Oh, you mean on Twitch? I don't know. I think they would. I mean, I think they would just post, or they just stream themselves like eating a rat live. Like the rat is still alive and they're just eating it. That's probably what they would stream.
A very normal stream.
I mean, Fungingi is a gremlin, so he would do gremlin things. Or maybe he would just keep that frog in a pot, just have that be the entire stream and keep it on like 24/7. The frog just keeps trying getting out of the pot. That still just absolutely fucking broke me whenever I saw it. I had to take like a 10-minute break after seeing that.
Fongingi would live stream breaking the fucking, what was it called, the little oracle box thing.
The Oracle box? Pandora's box?
No, the thing that like ruined Randy's life.
Oh, Madam something.
Yeah, that thing.
Shit. Madam, I don't remember what Madam something. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, it could be. Alright, give this a shot. Eh. Circle. Clem, how have you been?
I've been doing okay.
That's good.
I played a lot of Armored Core. I finished the game 4 times.
Wait, what? Did you beat it 4 times?
Yeah.
Is it not a long game?
It's not very long, but the thing
Okay.
is, when you finish once, you can get one ending, and then you finish the second time, you get the second ending, and then you finish the third time, and you get a new ending, new missions with new stuff, more difficult enemies. You can make choices during missions, and if you choose certain things, you get the mission that gets harder, and you know. And I finished it 3 times.
Okay.
And,
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and now I gotta finish it a 5th time because I'm missing one mission. So I gotta
What?
replay the entire game.
Bruh. CC Drew.
And then I'll be done.
Is that... Oh, this is a little moose, I think, with a party hat. Play Near Automata, don't the money. Yeah, they're not... I mean, they go on sale kind of regularly. You just have to wait a little bit, but usually don't go on sale for too much, like maybe like 20 to 30% off. But I did play Nier Replicant on stream. Definitely recommend that game. And while I haven't played Nier Automata myself, I've seen a lot of it, and it looks really good. And I also have it on Steam, just have yet to get around to it. Like pretty much everything else.
Like every other game.
You gonna go nap now? Okay. Have a nice nap, Cece.
Have a nice time.
Yeah, are you learning Swedish, Clem?
Yes.
How's that going?
It's not as hard as I thought it would be,
That's good.
but it's still a lot of vocabulary that I need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a little book so I can write down all the stuff that I'm learning, because otherwise I'm gonna forget it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not that difficult, and the sentence structure, like the grammar, is pretty similar to basically, well, English and Latin languages. So, you know, it's not
That's
hard
good.
to learn. It's just, you know, vocabulary, and most of it is like, it sounds similar to English, but because of the accents, it's written differently, and you pronounce it with more. It's more melodic in the way that you talk. But apart from that, I mean, it's all right.
Melodic. How do you mean melodic?
I mean that the. How to explain this? It's a very Latin
The
way
sentences
of
have a
talking.
certain.
You tend to, if you've
Jamaica.
ever heard like a bunch of Italians talking, especially like Italian, they tend to have like a lot of flair when they talk. You know, like there's a lot of the tone of the voice changes a lot, and it's kind of like that.
Yes, melodic is a water Pokemon, Lex.
Yeah, so Sweden has Pokemons for real.
Yo, Pokemon in real life?
No cap?
No cap, for real? On Jaw?
On
On our Lord and Savior Jaw?
On Jod?
On Jaw?
I can confirm. Duolingo. It told me. Duolingo
The
told me it
Duolingo
was
bird
real.
himself came down from heaven and told you,
From
fuck you.
Sweden.
Duolingo is the Pokemon.
Yeah.
When in doubt, draw Emily.
True. Just draw your favorite little gremlin. That's all you need.
True.
Who says you need anything else? Who says I'm gay?
Nobody.
You are gay.
You are gay. Why you gay?
Why are you gay? Just
Why are you running?
why are you running?
What is happening?
Why are you running?
What is happening in this country, man?
Why is the rum gone? Which country are you talking about? France?
No.
No.
Because basically all these memes, why are you running? Why are you gay?
Oh, you from
And the
like
movie, There's I don't know if the movie
Everyone
is
in
from
Uganda knows
but-
kung fu. Talking about who killed Captain Alex?
Yeah.
That
I don't think it's Ugandan.
wonder piece, just absolute master class
Yeah,
of a movie.
I really like the remix with the the voiceover.
That is, you say remix, that is the only version of the movie.
Wait, what?
Yes. No, yeah. No, yeah. No, yeah. That's the only version of the movie.
I thought there was a version without the voice.
Nope. That is the only version of the movie. The only version of the movie has that.
It's so good.
It's so good. The movie's on. The movie is on.
No.
Oh god. Definitely. If you ever want to see like just low budget film that is still really funny, Who Killed Captain Alex?
I don't even know if it is supposed to be funny.
I mean, I feel like they
Sometimes-
definitely had a lot of fun with it. It definitely seems like that. Apparently there
Sometimes it
was a
does feel
version.
like it's
Oh wait, there was a version without the voiceover, but they only had one disc. So the VO version was the only shipped one. Oh,
what?
Oh,
I
movie
see.
lore.
There is only one version of the non-voiceover version.
And that's probably in the hands of the director himself.
Yeah.
Assuming it hasn't been destroyed.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been.
They would never destroy such a masterpiece. Are you crazy?
Yeah, what?
I mean, it could still be like an accident.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm drawing like an idiot.
What? No, that's not true.
That's the whole
A
point of
little
these,
bit.
I think.
You cannot draw like an idiot. You are amazing. Yes. Absolutely awesome. 5-star.
Are y'all being Russian right now?
5-star, yes. Do you want to come over and have a big old case of vodka?
No.
Oh my god.
No? Then you are not Russian. I'm sorry. You must go. I will
Must
contact. I will contact Putin.
You can't.
I will contact
You
Putin. He
cannot
himself
be,
will kick you out of Russia.
You will come over to my house.
Very Russian.
Cute Jew.
Yeah.
This is very little technical quality, but you could tell the crew was giving it their all, and that elevates the movie. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, while there's not, obviously not a high budget.
I'll be right back.
Okay, obviously not a high budget on the movie. You can definitely tell that everyone that was in the movie was having fun, and that's like what really matters, really. Stop! Too much alcohol. What are you talking about? You say too much alcohol. I've never had alcohol before. Which is oddly like weird to think about whenever I start thinking of like I follow, or at least used to follow, YouTubers that like would drink a lot, like AH, and a lot of people at Rooster Teeth. They would like always show themselves getting drunk, or I watch Cold Ones, which it's pretty obvious. But I've never like had alcohol, and I never really want to. I've had it offered to me multiple times, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. No, thank you. No. I just have no desire to drink.
That's fair.
Actually, I have though. I don't drink regularly. 7-7s are the best. Mafia's water poisoning. Maybe. Golded, if you're in danger, blink twice.
You fool, we can't see him.
Shit. What do we do? Blinks twice. There you go. Oh shit, he's in danger. What do we do? Who do we dispatch? Do we know anyone that is near or around Golddude's location? called the ESRB. Yeah, they're gonna come over to where you are and rate your video game for you. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. Twitch, I don't care. I appreciate it, but I don't care. Twitch. I appreciate everyone else saying it, but Twitch, I don't, Yeah, I mean, the reason why is because I guess 2 years ago, today is whenever I became an affiliate. But man, does that, like, not really mean much to me? I do appreciate everyone else, though. Bum, 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 bum. I just realized this is gonna be kind of a pain to,
What's that?
It's supposed to be an Octoling character that I created because I made one. I want to make 3 more. It's supposed to be like a camo hunting hat, but I'm not good with hats, so it's gonna come out a little rough. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, I have Tino, who I made for Art Fight, but I also made 3 others. It's good to you? It's good. Hydrate as well? I can do that. I made 3 others because, a Splatoon team has 4 members. So I made 3 others. This is another one of them. Her name is Tish. A very normal name, I know.
Stuff to your character.
No, that's okay. Very normal name, but the other 2 are Lauren Carver. So we have Tino, Tish, Lauren Carver, who I doubt anyone's gonna know this show, but those are the names of the 4 main characters from an old cartoon show called The Weekenders. I think it only ran from about 2001 to 2003, and had plenty of reruns after that. Maybe it was 2004. I think it went to 2004.
Heard of that.
Yeah, it was pretty old, but me and my siblings, we loved it. By the time that I was like able to register what was happening on TV, the show was already over and only doing reruns. But I loved it still, and definitely, like, I don't know. Well, I don't know if I would recommend. There's definitely cool things about the show. Like, I remember one of the coolest things about it was every other cartoon show at the time. Oh no, they're an Octoling, so they don't have that little bridge on their nose.
I thought it was glasses.
Oh no. Yeah, so Octolings have this like black outline around their eyes. Inklings do too, but Inklings have like a little crossing. Octolings do not.
I see. I want to give them glasses anyway.
Okay. So The Weekenders is also a show that was made by the same artist that did Rocket Power. It was their show before Rocket Power, and it wasn't even on, like, because I think during that time Disney didn't even have their own channel as well. Oh, that's okay. Rocket Power was a pretty big Nickelodeon one. So The Weekenders was like half Disney, half PBS, because at that time Disney didn't have their own channel. They only had a section on PBS that was basically like their stuff, and The Weekenders was on there, and then the person that did that went off to make Rocket Power for Nickelodeon, and I think they did one other show after that, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, so what was really cool about the Weekenders was some of the returning gags and general designs of places. So it was about 4 kids that would have different adventures only on the weekends. So the whole point of the show was that you would go through these characters where it was kind of like Friday would be like the setup for the episode, Saturday would be the rising action, and then Sunday would be the conclusion and the falling action. And then the whole thing was like each episode was narrated by Tino, who was kind of the leader of the four characters. You had Tino, you had Carver, you had Lore, and you had Tish. Lore was the more like hot-headed one. Tish was the reserved one, who was an artist, and also like she was a redhead, and also she was kind of, what's the word for like, I can't remember the word right now, but like people that like don't have electricity, but it's like their choice to not have electricity, and they like ride carriages, stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Electricity?
Yeah, like it's a group of people. I should know this, but I of course it's always the Amish. Yes, so Tish is very Amish as well, but she still hangs out with everyone, which is kind of funny. And then Tina, who was like the new kid in town. So everyone else, Carver, Laura, and Tish have been in like, I don't remember exactly where it's take place. It's like it's supposed to be like some city. I think it's like a city in Florida or California. I know it's like a very beach city. Can I draw the thick bunny? Can I draw Sybil from? I might do it later. I might do it later, Hollow, but I'll send you the image of the canvas whenever we're finished here. So Tino was like the new kid to town, and he narrates each episode, and it was just about 4 kids having adventures on the weekends. But there was a few running gags and like things with the show that I really want to emphasize. One was not just the 4 main characters, but everyone in the show had different outfits for each day. Not just each episode, each day in each episode they had different outfits. Like they had different shirts, they had different jeans and shorts that they would wear.
That's so cool.
Like that was such a thing that cartoons back then just didn't do, and they don't really even do that anymore. That like the Weekenders
even
is
today most cartoons don't do that.
yeah, they just keep with the one outfit. But the Weekenders, they had like different T-shirts with different stuff on it, which was so cool and really made it stand out. Just that fact alone, if you just watch one episode, each character had different outfits on, which was really neat. Probably a pain in the ass, but
how like you have a cartoon and all the characters wear the exact same clothes for like months on end.
yeah, that like. And like there's like some episodes where like they make fun of it. Like the whole point of like why Timmy Turner wears pink clothing is because his parents thought they were having a girl, and they got all of the same clothes for the girl, and then turned out Timmy Turner was a boy. But anyways, so that's one really cool thing. Another running gag is nearly every episode does the gang go to a local pizza joint, but that pizza joint, every episode has a different theme to it. So like one episode it'll be like spy themed, or it'll be like presidents themed, or pirates themed, or cowboy themed, and every episode is something different, and it's absolutely amazing. And it's just like a guessing game on what it's going to be every episode you watch it, and they always like make it really interesting and cool. And then every episode is ended with Tino like looking, because like there's also times whenever Tino literally talks to the audience themselves, which kind of makes it a little more like a kid show, I guess, but it's also kind of nice. As to just get more internal dialogue. But he'll always say "later days," which is just a nice little catchphrase. And I remember me and my siblings, we loved the show a lot. It was amazing. Backyardigans too. It was kind of like a little more adult Backyardigans. Yeah, Backyardigans is definitely for like kids, toddlers. But Weekenders was more for kind of like that in between kids and toddlers. Like I'd say like 10-year-olds to like 14 like 14-year-olds, like anywhere like between there is like about where Weekenders was. It was a little dumbed down, but not so much. Like there was some still, like one episode that keeps in my mind was, kind of like a growing up episode where Tino was having like a birthday party, and so he wanted all these things that like kids would have for birthday parties, but he was like turning like 14 or something, like 14 or 15, and he wanted like a bouncy castle and like big balloons and all this stuff. And whenever he told that to his friends were like, "Really? You want all that? That's for like kids, man." And he tried to be.
Shut the fuck up! Give him his silly bouncy castle.
I know exactly, but that's like kind of that's just how it like was back in the day. Whereas like that's for like kids, man. You can't like be using a bouncy castle, whatever. So the episode eventually gets to his birthday party where he has all that stuff, and like everyone there is like, "What is this like for your like little brother or something?" And Tino's like, "No, it's for me. Like go on the bouncy castle, guys." And like it's just like a huge thing where Tino has to kind of like realize that, and so he kind of tries, but the real like the Saturday part, like the middle of the portion, is like him trying to like act adult. He like has a suit on and has like a watch and is like, I can't hang out with you guys anymore because I'm an adult now. I have work. I have a job. And they're like, dude, like, no you don't. You're 14. You don't have a job. Stuff like that. But then the real resolution of the episode is that like you can have all like the kid stuff and still have fun, because Tino learns that exactly that, like I can still have fun with all this kid stuff. Just be yourself. That was one episode that stood out to me, because I had the same feeling when I was a kid. I was like, I can't play with like kid stuff anymore because I'm 13, I'm 14. I can't. That was all for kid stuff. But no, I mean, if you're 13 and 14 and still want to do stuff like that, go for it. So a lot of the episodes were kind of like that, but it's definitely a kid show that sticks in my mind, and I really adore it. And I don't really know why I decided to name Splatoon characters after those characters. It just kind of happened. Anyways, enough of me talking. How's everyone else doing? Clem went away for a little bit. Lexon made him down here in the
I'm trying to draw
line.
a hand in suffering.
Pretty good, Lexon. I like it. Draw a hand in suffering. It's okay, hands are very difficult. You got it, though. Alright, try to do this. Excuse me. It was the water I drank. It was too much.
Okay, from afar, this doesn't look all that bad.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah. I remember other episodes from the show. I think there was one episode where like Tish was talking about like possibly moving away, and everyone was like really sad and trying to spend as much time with her, and then it turned out that she didn't actually move away. But yeah, there's a lesson there, I guess. It was definitely lessons that like kids that age would be experiencing, or things happening like that, where like friends might be moving away, or Getting to that age where stuff like that is just, you know, a thing that kids would be experiencing. So it wasn't entirely dumbed down of a show, but it wasn't too bad either. I think it only really got like 2 seasons, but so did Invader Zim, and everyone loves Invader Zim, so.
I've never watched Invader Zim.
That's okay. It is a little past your time. It was a little past my own time. I think I was like maybe 3 or 4 whenever Invader Zim was like airing, and I didn't know what was going on. Whenever I was really young, like 3 or 4 or 5, my parents would not let me watch SpongeBob because they thought it wouldn't be good for me. But I think whenever I was like a little older, they would let me watch SpongeBob and anything else on Nickelodeon. But they never let me watch Cartoon Network. That was one thing they never wanted me to watch because they said that everything on Cartoon Network was a little
Same
too
for me
much.
too, actually.
Yeah, which kind of sucks. There was some really good stuff on Cartoon Network. There was also really weird stuff, so I kind of understand as well. But there was also some really good stuff, like Chowder. Chowder was really, like, just watching like clips of Chowder on YouTube now. Like, man, I would have loved that as a kid, but I still love it now. But I would have loved it a lot as a kid too. Mike, Lou, and Og. Yeah? I don't know what that is. Enough to see the birth of Dexter's Lab on What a Cartoon. Wow. Dexter's Laboratory. Did he blow his experiments to smithereens? There is doom and gloom and things go boom. Dexter's Lab was one I watched a little bit as well. I didn't watch too much of it. It was on Boomerang, so what I mainly watched on Boomerang was like Looney Tunes. Tom and Jerry. I don't think this shirt is quite proportionate. Yeah, I'm messing up on the proportions here a little. But oh well. I'll also try and get what's on the shirt. Cartoon deserves another season? Mau Mau. I don't know what that is. But sure, why not? There was another cartoon, I think it's called like the X Family, where it was like kind of like the Incredibles, but instead
I
of
feel like I've heard of that one.
yeah, it was kind of like the Incredibles, but instead of the Incredibles, they were spies. That was another one that I watched as a kid, but I don't think I watched that one nearly as much as I watched Weekenders. It wasn't bad though, from what I remember. Although I don't remember much from it. Also, like, scoot them together. I could try and draw the others, but I also want to try drawing what Hollow wanted me to draw. So if you didn't see stream on Wednesday, I played a game called Pseudo Regalia that had a bunny. It's like a bunny deer cat hybrid female character as the main character. But the game itself was pretty interesting. It is like, if you've seen like the image of Sonic laying down saying, I want shorter video games with less developers that are paid more to do less. It is literally like
Oh,
that.
I've seen that one, yeah.
It's like literally that game, where it's made by one guy who I think kickstarted it and got a decent amount of money, and it's a semi-short game. It's like under 10 hours. Actually, probably like under like 8 hours. But it's really, really good for what it is. It's not gonna absolutely blow your mind, but just to know that it was all by one guy is pretty interesting. It's just like, you just have a really big castle that you need to explore and find 5 keys to, while basically just jumping around, fighting enemies here and there. I'd never really encountered like a boss, more just like weak enemies and strong enemies. So there's no boss fights unless there's one behind the big door that you need to get through with all the 5 keys. Pretty good platforming. Some mostly simple but not bad puzzles, and extremely good movement. That is like the biggest thing about that game, is that the movement feels so good. Really, really recommend it if you just want like good feeling movement that you can really like push to the max. Like a game that I would compare the movement to is like Ori. It has like Ori type of movement where you just can do whatever you want to with it. And it's only like $6 on Steam for like an 8-hour game that feels really good, made by one guy for $6. Not bad. Likes it for Sybil's.
That sounds pretty cheap.
Yeah, $6 is pretty cheap. Hollow likes it for Sybil's figure. You know what? I do not blame the man. And yeah, Sybil, who's the main character, and the cat cantaloupe bunny hybrid. The reviews on Steam are like, you did not have to give her the entire bakery, but you did.
Bakery?
Yeah, she's got quite the if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Was it cantaloupe? Maybe it wasn't cantaloupe. Sounds like a Freudian slip. I mean, if you just look up on like Pseudo Regalia, you can see. I think it says somewhere in the description. Also, Madi's here. Hi, Madi. How you doing?
Wait, for real?
Not in VC, but yeah, here on the campus. Madi's over there in the corner. It's a Madi.
Yo, it's Madi. Hi, Madi.
Ooh, is that a robot, Emily?
Yeah.
Hmm. making it sound not as funny as it actually is, but I might do that. Yeah, let's go. Might do that, and then there was a smoke animatic that I worked on a while ago, but my idea for that is that I want to draw out the entirety of Snowdin, or at least just the base like line of Snowdin from like the inn all the way to Papyrus's house, which is a lot. So
Good luck with that.
yeah, that's been what's making me not want to do it. I started on that like almost a year ago now, and I got to that point, did like the inn. I was like, that's a good stopping point, and I've yet to pick it up since. So, we'll see. But I want to make that pretty good too. The other problem is, a song playing over it is gonna be like, I think the song is like a little over 5 minutes long, so it's gonna be kind of a long animatic. I mean, that's not. It's not like I haven't done that before. The one thing you can't replace was like 5 minutes, but that one just felt.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. Also, I've just not been in a drawing mood much recently. I've been more in a get through my backlog kind of mood. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. A backlog of video games, by the way, which I have like almost 250 games in the backlog, which is crazy.
You have stuff.
I do. And it doesn't help that I'm playing games that don't really have an ending. Like, I'm playing a lot of Tower Unite, which doesn't have an ending. It's just game modes upon game modes that you play. Like okay, I didn't talk much about Tower Unite. I do really recommend it, and also one of the songs is playing from it. The soundtrack is amazing, and it's constantly getting updates, and it probably still will for a few years, until eventually the developers do everything that they wanted to do with it. It's a small team. It's like less than 10 people. I want to say it's like maybe like 8 or 7 people working on the game, and like half of them are only working on it like in their free time or part-time. The whole premise of the game is you play the game modes that you then earn money from just playing games, and then you can use that money in a multitude of different things. There's a plaza, which has tons of stuff. It has tons of shops that you can deck out your character with. You can play in an arcade that's full of arcade machines and games to play. You can gamble it all in a casino. There's bowling, there's laser tag, there's...
Don't gamble, kids.
What?
Don't gamble, kids.
No, do gamble, as long as it's not real money. Get that non-money fixation, and then you can start gambling real money. No, don't gamble. It's bad. Trying to think of other stuff that's in the plaza. That's like those are like the big things in the plaza, but there's like little stuff too. Like they made one of those like rides in a theme park where you just like sit in a little cart and with like a toy gun, and you shoot at all the targets while the cart goes. You know those rides?
Yeah.
So they made one of those in the plaza. There's a typing derby. There's a roller coaster. There's a Ferris wheel. There's a huge beach. The plaza has little games that are rotated. Like it's like every like half hour or something. There's like a game that you can play. I think that's mostly it for the plaza, but they do plan on adding more, of course. Oh, there's a theater as well that you can play YouTube videos in, and other people can just like sit, but it's not amazing. If you know theater, or if you know Gmod Tower, same people that made both of those game modes in Gmod just went off and made their own game, and there's tons of stuff to buy stuff in, which then you can use to buy your own condo, which is like a little area that you can just deck out however you want. You can change the texture and the colors of all the walls in your condo. There's different types of condo. You can have a house, you can have a little apartment, you can have a big apartment, you can have an underwater just area, a huge area, you can have a skyscraper, you can have pretty much anything that you, almost anything you can think of is probably a condo type. And they're working on making workshop condos, which is going to be really cool. So the big things about the game are also workshop content is huge. So you can have player-made player models. Like you can have pretty much any character from any game. And if your character isn't there, then
You can make him.
You pretty much can make him as long as you have the model. It's not too difficult. I haven't done it myself, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like it's anything too crazy. Maybe a little bit above, like trying to make like a Unity one, but it's not that bad. If you really wanted to make your own model, you could probably do it pretty easily, or just like import a model. And the other thing is, if you are a completionist and love achievements, that game has you covered. Tarrier Knight has achievements for everything. Anything in the lobby, anything in, like, achievements for condos, achievements for each game. There's map-specific achievements for each game mode and game map. There's achievements out the wazoo for this game, and it's only getting more achievements. With the new game mode that just came out, which is a PvP battle, basically it's just a free-for-all, kill anyone you see with the weapons that they give you. And after 5 minutes, whoever has the most kills wins, and you go that for 4 rounds, which is really fun, really fast-paced. It only has 3 maps right now, but 3 maps isn't bad to start out with, and they're going to add more maps to not just that, but all the other game modes. There's Virus, which is basically like an infection game mode. There's Zombie Massacre, which is like a top-down, class-based survival game. There is Little Crusaders, which... Ultimate Chimera Hunt was pretty popular in Gmod Tower. It's basically just that, but without the mother branding. It's now you either play as little knight guys that can run around, and there's a dragon that is controlled by another player. That dragon has a big button on their back, and the knights have to try and push the button on the back of the dragon to kill the dragon and win, or the dragon wins by killing everyone else. So that's pretty fun. There's Ball Race, which is basically just monkey ball. There's Mini Golf, which is mini golf, and I
accidentally shaded Robot Emily.
Accidentally shaded them?
Yeah.
How do you accidentally shade something?
I didn't mean to do this, but it happened.
You know what? It looks good. Looks very nice. Looks very clean too. For something made in this program, it looks extremely clean.
I mean, this program's easier to use than Paint, so... And I use Paint pretty often.
Also, Clem's back.
Hi, it's me.
Hey Clem, when the fuck did you come back?
Like,
I don't know.
like
2 minutes ago, maybe?
well, like 5 minutes ago. I was talking. That's why.
I didn't hear you join, I don't think.
I didn't want to interrupt, so I just joined and I let Porter talk.
Yeah, I like to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's your stream, man.
That's true. Alright, I think that's pretty good for this. More or less. Just like a bust up. Obviously she has pants on, but it's okay. I'll try to do the other
This feels
three.
more half body.
Half
than
body, yeah,
bust.
yeah. Bust up would be like from there. This is half body,
Yeah.
right? Alright, so that's Tish. Now I gotta get the other characters. I see you have Moon on your backlog. Are we playing the fan translation or the Switch version? There's a version on PC. I plan on playing that. So I think that's the Switch version. Yeah, I mean, I heard that was a big inspiration for UT, so I'm like, oh, I should probably play that and see how it is. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. I've heard some people say that it's a little rough around the edges, even the remake that they did. So I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not a perfect game, but that's okay. I could probably still get around it. Well, I'll try it out eventually. I don't have it in my... I actually haven't bought it yet. It's just in my wish list. But I do plan on playing it at some point. Fan translation either.
You just said like a few minutes ago that you have over 200 games you haven't played yet.
Right. That's all like in my backlog. Not all those games do I have, and there's like 2 or 3 of those games that aren't even out yet. But they are still in my backlog of games that I want to play. So...
Backlog grows.
Marty's showing a character I don't recognize.
I don't recognize the character either, but it seems really good. Yeah, this is turning out really good, Madu. And same with Erlin. Took me a second. Sorry, it's been a while.
No, it's fine.
So much detail.
A lot of detail.
Lots of detail.
I promise me there's not a lot of detail.
I drew Emily twice and now I'm out of ideas.
Draw Emily a 3rd time.
True. You do.
Why stop at 2?
What should the 3rd Emily be doing?
Being purple
Dancing.
guy. Being purple guy and dancing.
Yes.
Sure.
Alright.
This is a bad hand.
It's okay. You can just erase it and redo it.
No.
Okay.
Stay on.
Okay. Prove me wrong. I see how it is.
Oh, I had an idea, but it's above my skill level.
Oh, that's same. Same.
Nah, come on. Come on.
I have that every single day when I'm like, oh man, this would be cool if I animated that, and then I'm like, wait. I can't.
You can't animate.
If you could have the ability to just project your whatever you have in like your thoughts onto a canvas with ease, would you take that ability?
Yes.
No.
And why is that, Clem?
Because, I don't know, man. The journey to get there is kind of cool. I enjoy it. So if I just learn it, I'd rather just... I wouldn't rather just learn it.
I mean, it's just the ability to do that.
Yeah, but...
Just because he already has that power,
Like-
Lexon says.
No, no, you don't. That's a lie. There's a lot of stuff I wish I could draw, but I can't. I'm learning, but I can't do it yet.
If it was video games or books or both. I was thinking art, but I mean, yeah, that could work too. Like, if you just wanted to like, write something and it's just in your head, would you take the ability to just be able to do that with ease? Like, you can just like go like, you know, like that, like is like what is it like Evan Almighty or something? Whereas like a guy like gets like the powers of God or something, and he like is able to like write emails really fast. Basically, you'd be able to do that, both like whatever you know you have in your head.
That'd be kind of cool, to be honest.
Yeah, basically that ability, Bruce Almighty. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Bruce Almighty. That was the first one, and then Evan Almighty was the sequel that they made to that. Right.
Sequel?
Yeah, there was a sequel where so Bruce Almighty was Jim Carrey. He was like a newscaster or something. And then Evan was like his like rival newscaster. And I guess they decided, since Bruce Almighty did really well, they would make a sequel called Evan Almighty, where it revolved around Evan, who was played by Steve Carell, who you know is Michael from The Office. And instead of Steve Carell getting God power, what?
You just listed off like 5 names.
Okay, so there's Bruce Almighty, which was a movie. Bruce was played by
the guy that played the Mask.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey plays a character named Bruce in Bruce Almighty.
Okay.
And then there's in the movie there's a character called Evan, who's played by Steve Carell. Steve Carell also plays Michael from The Office, probably his most famous role.
Oh. That is hilarious, actually.
Yeah, so they're both newscasters, and Bruce, who is Jim Carrey, gets the powers of God pretty much, and is able to just do things, just about anything that he wants. And that's just kind of the premise of the movie. I think he like loses at the end by doing something, I don't remember exactly. Because I didn't actually have the movie Bruce Almighty. We had Evan Almighty, which was the sequel and follow-up, where it followed Steve Carell's character. Instead of Steve Carell getting the powers of God, he is turned into Noah as a great flood is said.
Oh my god, yes, I watched this.
Fuck is Noah?
Noah's Ark. From the Bible.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he becomes Noah.
He becomes Noah. He gets like a huge beard and everything, and he actually makes an ark, and like an actual flood happens in the movie.
Yeah, because of a dam.
Yeah, there's a dam breaking in like the town that he's living in, and you know he gets a message from God, and he's like, you are now Noah, and you have to make an ark. And he does.
What the fuck?
It's a weird ass movie. So I didn't know that Bruce Almighty was even a thing as a kid, because we only had Evan Almighty on DVD.
Yeah, well, me neither.
So.
What the hell, man?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not like. People say that Bruce Almighty was better than Evan Almighty, and I think I did watch Bruce Almighty like some point. I don't remember when it was, but I think I kind of agree. Evan Almighty was made as just a cash-in because Bruce Almighty did weirdly really well. So like, well, we can make that again, and they tried, and it didn't really work all that well.
But the thing is, like, it was played by Jim Carrey. It is already like a huge
selling point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a really good actor.
And Steve Carell was well known too, and Steve Carell actually did do good in Evan Almighty, but it wasn't enough to save the movie, sadly.
No, the premise was too weird.
Too weird. I mean, to be honest, it's not the weirdest premise for like a semi-religious movie I've ever heard. The one I'm thinking of is there was one with Nicolas Cage. I don't remember what the name of the movie was, but Nicolas Cage was like a airplane pilot, and while he's in the air and like, you know, transporting a bunch of people, the rapture happens, and so everyone that you know is godly and good and pure gets taken up to heaven, while everyone else literally just all hell breaks loose. Literally,
I remember that.
Planes start falling from the sky. People just start killing each other left and right. theft.
Oh
and,
my god,
like-
is that Die Time from Dial Town?
Not quite. I mean, well, kinda. It's also the Rapture, but yeah, pretty much. By the end of the movie, and the movie goes between Nicolas Cage and all the people that are on the plane, and they're trying to figure out why a bunch of people just suddenly left the plane, and it goes to Nicolas Cage's daughter on the ground, and she's trying to, be safe and make it to the airport where Nicolas Cage is trying to land. But of course, there's tons of people that are out trying to kill her and all that stuff. On a scale of 0 to Nick Cage, how Nick Cage is Nick Cage in this movie? Honestly, he's not that Nick Cage in that
No,
movie.
he is very much not Nick Cage.
I feel like he was like drunk for most of the shooting. Or like they can only get him for like one day, and so they shot every scene that he was in one day, and every other scene had to be other different days. So
It
he's
was
not
not a
very
good
Nick Cage.
movie.
I'd say like very in the middle, maybe even a little lower than the middle of Nick Cage. But it's definitely a movie, and they tried to heavily advertise Nick Cage whenever he is not even in it that much.
No, I mean, he didn't really feel like Nick Cage as
Yeah.
Nick Cage.
Now, if you want a Nick Cage movie,
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland is one of them, which was a movie trying to capitalize on the FNAF craze, and kind
Yeah.
of failed at it.
Yeah, but it
I've
is
never
good.
heard of this movie.
Willy's Wonderland?
I've never heard of that now.
Yeah.
It's insane. It is
Yeah.
insane. It is an insane movie.
Watch it.
Oh my god.
Vampire's Kiss. That is like the beginning of Nicolas Cage. That is like, so you know how that's basically that is the standard for like what a Nick Cage movie is. He is
Oh, it's a
crazy in
new
Vampire's
movie.
Kids. Oh yeah,
There's
Willy's
a
Wonderland
new
was,
movie that
yeah,
came out.
Willy's Wonderland wasn't that. It's like 2 years ago, something like that. But
Yeah.
Vampire's Kiss is pretty old.
Yeah.
People also ask, was Willy's Wonderland inspired by FNAF?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, of course it was.
Certainly. But oh my god. It is
Oh,
so insane. There is another movie in which Nicolas Cage is the most Nicolas Cage
Is it the same movie I'm
he
thinking
could
of?
ever be.
Parents?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh no, what is that? I haven't heard that before.
It came out very recently.
Oh,
It came
okay.
out last year, and it is really good.
Are you
Every,
a
like,
fellow
have you
Nicolas
seen-
Cage aficionado or fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if
But
I'm aficionado, but I am a fan.
I don't know if you've ever seen like the memes of like Nicolas Cage turning to somebody that's just in a car smiling. Like,
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage looks completely confused, and then the other guy is just like smiling in a very stupid way. That's from The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Huh.
I love
And
how y'all are
I-
having this conversation, meanwhile I have no idea who Nicolas Cage is.
I really advise anybody to go to actually watch it.
Literally,
What's another like?
just
There's a
such a
well-known
Nicolas
movie.
Cage. Well-known movie.
Benjamin Gates.
Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage was in National Treasure. He's the guy that steals the Declaration of Independence in National Treasure.
Yeah.
Basically, if you know that
What?
movie. You don't know that movie?
I don't know that movie.
Aw, man.
He's in The Flash.
He's in the Flash. Is he?
Uh,
yeah.
Nicolas Cage. He
I don't-
plays Spider Noir in Spider-Verse.
I didn't
Yeah,
watch
he's
that.
the voice actor for that one.
Yep. And I'm thinking
He
of.
plays Ghost Rider.
It's true. He does play Ghost Rider.
I don't know what other examples I got.
I think there's
Ghost Rider.
there's a movie that's not all that famous, but I think it was called Parents. Maybe it was something else.
Where the parents go insane?
Yeah, so the whole premise of the
Yeah,
movie
okay,
is
yeah.
there's a virus that spreads out through the entire Earth that makes parents want to kill their children. And
Yeah.
so the whole premise of the movie is that Nicolas Cage is like trying to kill his kids. But like
Yeah.
he's like he has it's not like he's like just like out for it like trying
No.
to, but he's trying to like do it subtly. He's trying to like catch them off guard. So
He's
he'll
a
be like, "Hey,
little crazy.
he'll be like, "Hey, little Timmy," or whatever. And then like, while little Timmy turns around, he's like trying to like stab him. And then there's like one scene where like Nicolas Cage's parents show up and they try to shoot him.
Yeah. It is an insane
What?
movie too.
That's also a very insane movie. Yeah, Nicolas Cage stars
what
in
the hell
very
are you
insane
guys
movies.
even talking about anymore?
Yeah,
We're talking about Nicolas Cage.
Good. He's very good. Go watch Mandy. Don't watch Mandy. Don't watch Mandy. Don't watch Mandy. Don't watch Mandy. You will hate it.
Mandy?
Don't watch Mandy.
Okay.
Forget I said anything.
I'm trying to
You
think of
will
like
not watch Mandy.
what is a good like
Okay.
lean-in movie for Nicolas Cage? Probably National Treasure, since that one
Yeah,
he actually
I mean,
tries.
Yeah.
But if you want to see Nicolas Cage just go all out, Vampire's Kiss is where you probably got to start. That is where like Nicolas Cage started his career more or less.
That was the one where he turned
Wait,
into
Nicolas
Dracula,
Cage is
right?
a real person?
Yes. We're not
Oh, I
talking about a
assumed-
character. We're talking about an actor.
I assumed he was some kind of popular character.
No,
No, no,
Nicolas
no.
Cage is an
He's an
actor.
He was in Predictions too.
He feels like a character sometimes.
Oh my god, he does. Holy shit. He played in Predictions. He played.
Show fast this link. Oh boy, what is this link? Greatest Nicolas Cage quotes and scenes of all time.
He played in The Croods. Wait, he was one of the voices in The Croods, wasn't he?
Was he the Croods?
Yeah. Wasn't he the father?
Was he? I don't know. Here, you know what? I'm just gonna try and put this on screen if I can.
Cannot see your screen.
I know. Maybe it'll let me. Maybe it won't. I think I just have to copy this link. Copy. No, just copy.
He
paste
also
it.
did try his best in Color Out of Space. Like he was an actual good character in Color Out of Space.
All right. I have it up on the Discord stream. Does it wanna
Discord.
show up on stream?
Oh,
Come on.
I'm seeing it.
Oh wait. Oh, here it is. Okay. I mean, like OBS stream is a little big. Let me
I'm seeing it.
skew it down. Just put it in the corner here. So this is Nicolas Cage on the left there. Remember his face. It's a very memorable face.
Okay. It is not a
Um,
very memorable face, but okay.
So here's just some of his best quotes and scenes of all time. Because Nicolas Cage is just Nicolas Cage himself. Let him go. Why is it so quiet?
That's right. That is
I'll
right.
turn it up.
Everybody loves Rick Santoro. You turn me on, brump. You turn me on, brump. You're not too tall, you're not too short, you're not too round, brump. You're like a cat, the cat in the hat. Ha ha!
Whoops.
I'm like a prickly pear. Oh my God. I'm a prickly pear. I think I'm ready for rice. Cop car. Uh-huh.
Man, he was so young.
Yeah, this is like early days Nicholas.
Holy shit.
I'll be damned if I didn't get
Oh.
really turned on.
But don't you see? That's what she was there for. That was the plan. To give you a boner. Here you go.
I'm so confused right now.
Congratulations, you're human.
I guess I was pretty
Man.
horny.
Wow. The plot thickens. Didn't even know you had a plot.
No kidding.
Ahoy there.
As long as I'm not intruding.
Oh god.
You did?
Okay.
I'm a policeman. See my badge?
Oh my god.
I am warning you. You tell me another and I'll rescue myself. That is a promise, Miss.
Rose, Sister Rose.
Of course. Another plant.
What was that jump? Oh my god. Okay, so one thing I want to say about this. So this was from Vampire's Kiss, which from what I know was a really low budget film. It was so low budget that these people on the left here are not extras. They're just people.
Yeah.
They were just people. So Nicolas Cage is just going out on the street for a movie, telling people, "I'm a vampire, please kill me," while holding a wooden stake. These are not paid actors. These are just people on their daily routine.
Kill me. The city will laugh.
Oh, here's the face.
Oh my god.
Fucking Face Off. Face Off is also a really good Nicolas Cage movie. That is like also prime Nicolas Cage. Yeah, there's another face.
Up with him.
Yeah, it is.
God damn it! I'll call Mr. T.
Thank you for that. Could have handled it differently.
What do you say we cut the chit chat? A-hole.
I think, yeah.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
How'd it get burned?
How'd it get burned?
I don't know!
Step away from the bike.
Not the bees.
You watch your fucking mouth!
You have my permission to stay out of the fucking way! Fuck off.
Fucking mouth! Fucking fouls! Fucking greasehound! You know, I was in Mortal Kombat with a fucking bat. This is Fight Night!
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, that's also a good Nick Cage movie.
While you're at it. It's Fight Night.
Yeah, that's the Wicker Man. Not the bees. Yeah. It's the Wicker Man.
You'll be guilty!
Not the
You're doing this for
bees.
nothing! Killing me won't bring back your goddamn honey!
Interesting choice of words.
What is that? What is that?
There you go.
Oh, no, not the bees!
Not the bees.
Yeah, the face, the gif. It's the gif.
Oh, my eyes! My eyes!
Hello, miss. I'm a lieutenant in the police department. I'm in the middle of a homicide investigation. Try to get my prescription, please. This is $23 with my copay, right? Here's 40. Get everybody a drink. Get the fuck out of my way.
Excuse me. Hi. I'll be right with you, sir.
Hi, I need
What was that movie about?
I don't know.
Please wait your turn.
I know, but this is an emergency.
Hey, buddy. Ever heard of a line?
Hey, have you ever been dragged to the sidewalk and beat until you pissed blood? How could somebody misfile something? What could be easier? It's all
It is.
alphabetical.
Oh, that's also Vampire's
You
Kiss.
just put it in the right file according to alphabetical order. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Peter.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Peter.
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Huh? That's all you have to do.
Very good. You know your alphabet.
I never misfiled anything. Not once, not one time. I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted to.
Yeah, there it is.
And you have to do it. You have to, or I'll fire you. Do you understand?
I don't understand.
I'm gonna have you fired.
Bullshit you. I don't give a shit. Bullshit. Holy shit.
Bullshit!
I'd like to take his face off. His face.
Oh,
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely.
I was a little drunk. Plus, I was horny.
Yeah, it's also Face Off.
oh my god.
Look at him go! Look at him go! Nick, no, Nick, no.
It is. Yeah, that's the face.
No, that'd be too quixotic.
I'm convinced he's not acting in these scenes, man.
Yeah.
I had a difficult day yesterday.
Normal Nicolas Cage day. Oh my god.
I want to know, really, who did? Well, then fine. That's what you
you want. Let's have it out right now.
Oh, that's
National treasure.
Oh, let me
That's
guess.
Benjamin Gates.
It's the wrong time. It's the wrong place. I'm wrong again. Wrong about us. Wrong about Thomas Gates. Wrong that you'd like the Queen Anne chair.
You and your missus take it outside.
Oh, now look what you've done. You brought the little bobbies down on us. You take the missus outside. I'm staying right here.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Been drinking, have we?
Just a nip. Just pop down to the pub for a pint. Bit of all right. Going to arrest the man for that. Going to detain a blighter for enjoying his whiskey.
It's all right, that's enough.
Beggars a man. Bubbles and squeak. Smoked yellow pie. Sir? Hi, guys.
That's it. Dismount the banister.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Here they are, standing in a row. Small one. Stop as big as your head. How, in the name of Zeus's butthole, did you get out of your cell? Give me a C. Give me an H. Give me an A-M-P. What's that spell? Everybody, champ. Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late, Albert. It's all too late, Albert. Come here. Come here, Albert.
Oh my god.
Monique, you can't say that on a cell phone. Yummy. Tyler! What? Woo! Neptune High, right? Check it out right here. Go Sea Devils!
I
You
don't
and
see
me,
that.
Tyler! Yeah, go Tyler!
What is that movie?
Go Tyler!
Don't know.
Go Tyler! Go! Go Tyler! Go Tyler! Go Tyler! Whoa! All right, get in! Go, baby! Yeah! Because I was made for this sewer, baby, and I am the king!
What's in the bag? A shark or something?
What? What? Tell me. Because obviously you have a tendency to overreact! Look at the fight tape, Lincoln! Yeah!
His girlfriend at least one infant. That's as far as we know.
What are these fucking iguanas doing on my coffee table?
Iguanas.
Yeah, there are. There ain't no
It's still
iguana.
going?
What the fuck is that? Fucking iguana.
It's almost done.
Hey! You stay away from us, you hear? Want some of this?
Nicolas Cage is not acting in these scenes. That's
Nicolas
just
Cage,
him.
everybody. Nicolas Cage. Absolutely amazing. Was it Nicolas Cage moments in? I think it was Parents, right?
Wait,
Mom and Dad is what it was called. Mom and Dad. Because there's some amazing.
Oh yeah, where he just lifts the hand and slaps the shit out of the
the
kid.
slap of God meme. Here it is.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is like one of the most famous ones from Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
I'm just drawing my thing and I'm not really turning out.
Yeah, there it is.
That's so good. Oh my god. Just look at that face.
Every time he's on screen, man, I'm not sure if he's actually acting or if it's just how he is.
Oh man. Just
Yeah.
his face. Oh, it's so beautiful every time. Every time.
Yeah, and so he made a new movie in which he stars as himself.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers! You're going to open this motherfucking door!
Not so helpful.
He's just crying for no reason. I think there's just a scene in Mom and Dad where he's just like making a pool table like out of scratch, and then he takes a sledgehammer to it.
Of course he would.
Oh man, I don't think that's on YouTube. But anyways,
A magical man.
Magical Man, Nicolas Cage. All right, Nicolas Cage hour is over. Let's get back to art. Little Nick Cage break. I'm glad to know that you are also a Nick Cage fan, Clem.
Oh my god, you have no idea.
He's just such a mystical man, that Nick Cage.
You can never actually tell if he's acting or if they just give him a script and we're like, okay, so do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Just be yourself, man.
Monty, absolutely clueless on Nick Cage clips. That's okay. Most people are too. Nicolas
Nobody
Cage
understands them.
Nicolas Cage is not a man that can be described, other than by describing him with himself.
He is not a man. He's an experience.
So true. God. Anyways, yeah, if you watch Spider-Verse, at least the first one, Nicolas Cage voices Spider Noir. Absolutely
He does a
amazing
really
role.
good job at it too.
Yeah, he does actually a really good job. And you know, Willy's Wonderland, that was it called, right?
Yeah.
If you want to see a FNAF movie before the FNAF movie, there you go.
Oh my god, it is a better movie than the FNAF movie. Or it will be. I'm pretty sure.
You think it will just because Nicolas Cage is in it?
It is
I just don't have
it's
high
not
hopes for the
just
FNAF
him.
movie.
It's not just him. Even everything about this movie is just completely insane.
I feel like we need to have like a movie night to watch it then, because I have not seen it.
The robots in that movie are very much R-rated.
Oh yeah, it is a R-rated movie. I do remember that.
They throw out insults all the time.
Oh.
There's blood everywhere, and there's Nicolas Cage playing pinball. Too.
Awesome. You know what? I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, he's playing pinball, and he's really trying to win.
In the FNAF movie trailers, we see that the ball pit is going to be in the FNAF movie, which means that it's going to suck ass.
There's gonna be piss.
No, it's the fucking time-traveling ball pit from the books.
The time-traveling ball pit and you didn't explain that.
Of course I did, because it's not canon.
Oh, okay.
But like, it's not canon, but like it's in the books and it's annoying as shit. Because it raised the possibility that the MCI had 6 kids, not 5, even though it's always been 5.
Huh.
Why does it have to be so complicated? Just watch
I don't
Willy's
know.
Wonderland. It's so simple. Willy's Wonderland is very simple. They basically tell you a bunch of child predators ended up dying, and then their souls got put inside of the machines, and then they closed the store, and then they hired, at least I think it's the robots that actually hired Nicolas Cage as a tenant, as like the cleaning guy, to kill him. And
wow.
And then he starts brutally murdering the fucking machines.
That sounds amazing.
That does sound amazing. Can we have a movie night?
First scene is him cleaning up, and then there's a machine that comes to him, and then he just fucking kills it. He just brutally murders it with a fucking mopping thing.
Nice.
It was good. That's when I understood that the movie was going to be very good.
Man.
For your dancing purple guy, Emily.
Pretty good. What's with the big square?
They're flying.
Oh, it's like the torso.
They fly
Oh, I see.
now.
Of the robot.
They fucking. Marty's got really, really good doodles over here as well. I don't know what.
Body went wild.
I'm not sure what this is, but it looks pretty good. Whatever it is, it
Who's
looks like
this character?
It could be a Sonic character. It's right behind me, isn't it? And you got Nico from.
Nico!
Nico Bellic from
Great
GTA 5.
character.
From One Shot.
Yeah. Nico Bellic from GTA 4 over here. And then I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's doing pretty good. So good ones all around. Lexan did an angel Neko arc, I think.
Doesn't really look like an angel,
ascended.
more like just
Oh
a
wait,
light.
Neko arc from fucking Sky.
Hmm.
You see it?
No, I don't know anything about
No.
Sky. Sorry.
You don't know Sky, Children of Light?
No, sorry.
No.
That's
Oh,
that's
no,
just-
light. Oh, it's like these little.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I think I know it.
Yeah. It's
I see it now. I see it now.
Is Sky Neko.
And then very adorable doodles fast. Whatever
Thank
this is,
you.
though, I don't know what this is.
It's the rest of the parts.
Oh, this is the Fazbear head. I see.
Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dancing with the animatronic. Oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Very adorable. Very cute.
Thank you. I told you it was above my skill level.
I mean, you did it though.
And now on to the next idea.
I
Yeah.
don't have one.
I did have one for you, Fast. Was there anything from the entire explanation of the FNAF lore that you wanted to draw but didn't?
I don't know. I just wanted to draw Henry Silly Hat again.
You do that again then.
Do it.
Just do it.
Oh my god, not him again.
Make your dreams come true. You don't
The
like Shia
greatest
LaBeouf?
ad.
Ad? It wasn't even an ad. It was literally him having a mental breakdown in front of a green screen.
Yeah, and then what was it? Was it Nike that just took that?
What? Did they?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Nike's slogan is
just do it. But it was that before he did that.
Yeah, and then he did it, and now it's stuck in my head permanently. I just
As in-
associate Nike's to his fucking voice.
God. There's this Shia LaBeouf song as well.
Oh god.
Where he's a cannibal. Do you know that song?
No.
What?
No, that doesn't. No.
It's an incredibly good song.
Julia.
Running for your life, it's Shia LaBeouf.
Oh no.
Brandishing a knife, it's Shia LaBeouf. It's the song is that you, the listener, get lost in the woods, and you see a cabin. You go in the cabin, and it's Shia LaBeouf, and he's a cannibal now, and he tries to stab you and eat you. That's the song. It's got amazing video on YouTube. And if you know Tally Hall, you probably already know the song anyways, but the leader, one of the lead singers from Tally Hall, along with the bassist and one of the people that would help behind the scenes at Tally Hall, all worked on the video and the song. So, it's great.
God.
It's also crazy that Rob Cantor, who is the lead singer and the guy who sung that song, went off to work with Disney Junior. He started out at Tally Hall, a rock band that broke up. Then he made his own album called Not a Trampoline, with the album cover with a half-eaten chicken wing. So that's definitely not a trampoline. And then he made Shia LaBeouf, which is an amazing song and video. And then he now works for Disney Junior. making nursery rhymes and music for that. Yeah, dude has had a crazy career. Rock band to his own album to a song about a cannibal murderer that wants to eat you in the middle of the woods, to now making children happy with nursery rhymes.
What a career.
Rob Cantor, amazing, amazing man. Also, just Tally Hall is a great band in general. Definitely recommend. If you have been on TikTok, then you probably already know Tally Hall a little bit, because a lot of their songs have gone viral on TikTok, even though they're a band from like 2009. They had two. They had an album in 2009, and they had an album in 2010. That was it. Then they broke up. But then their songs got really big on TikTok for some reason. I guess the people on TikTok just found them very something.
Yeah, just immediately brought them back from the grave.
Yeah, I mean, Tally Hall has always been kind of around. Like each member went off and did something crazy. Rob Cantor went off and made his own album. There was Joe Hawley that went off and made his own album. There was Andrew Horowitz, who is the piano keyboardist for the band. He helped Rob Cantor with a few videos, and also pretty much just went and had a family. The drummer is now he is a scientist for like germs and like how to like control germs and make sure that they don't hurt us, and like making vaccines. And he's also a DJ. He's a scientist and a DJ, and he still drums on the side as well. And then Zubin,
What a combo.
who was the bassist. I think he went off to be a researcher on cancer, I think. So two scientists, a family man, and two people that stayed in the music industry.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And they're right now on U2's, which is like the figurine website that a bunch of YouTubers have gotten a hold with to get like figurines of them or whatever. There's plushies of the Tally Hall characters, which is interesting.
Of course.
Along with that, Tally also.
This is a lot of effort for a drawing for a character I don't even like.
What are you drawing? On. Who? Oh, it's Henry.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
Do you not like him
It's
because
like, why did I try so hard?
He was irrelevant for
I
most
hate
of the
Henry.
lore, and then just suddenly became relevant?
Yeah, he became relevant just to steal Michael's speech.
You were always
Also,
gonna
he,
hold
like,
that
made
against
a
him.
torture Yes, he also made a torture device for his daughter. So, like, you know, great job, dude. We love you for that. I'll never let him live it down. Joker outline, I think. It's the FNAF 6 fire, guys.
Shit. He's getting burned alive.
Yep.
Just like Scott Cawthon tried to do to the franchise.
The violence. Okay, so now I've drawn a cool, nice, cute character.
Yeah, Erlen. Cute little Erlen.
Gotta do something bad.
Do something bad? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Are you gonna angst all
Monster.
over him?
Monster. I want to draw a monster.
A monster?
Monster.
Scary monster.
Yeah.
Okay, we're officially back to no ideas again.
No ADS?
No ideas.
No ideas. Oh, right. Man, what is your current hyperfixation?
You can't possibly tell me you don't know.
Well, I'm assuming it's FNAF. But it could also be Henry Stickmin or the item show.
The item show you say
Or
as if
there's-
that's not like an entire genre at
It's
this
genre.
point.
Is it the animation versus animator? Do you want to do anything for that?
I will do something for that, yeah.
Alright. Golded also asked, who would win William Afton and Nick Cage? What do you think, Clem?
What?
Who would win, William
What?
Afton, purple guy, or Nick Cage? In a fight, I'm assuming.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Is that even a question?
I mean, if you've seen some Nick Cage movies,
Can
Nick Cage is
Nick
literally
fight?
Nick Cage is literally God in some movies.
Yeah, he is.
So I mean, Nick
We're,
Cage
we're
is just
still
all
talking
powerful.
about an actor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, but sometimes you can't really differentiate the character from the actor because it really doesn't feel like the guy is actually an actor.
It feels like he is the characters that he plays.
Yeah.
Either that or he is always
Good for
playing
him,
the
I
same
guess.
character. I don't know. Could be both.
Every character feels like Nicolas Cage.
Except for, I mean,
A, cra-
whenever he like
a crazy
voice
thing to
acts,
say, but
whenever he plays an actual like actor role, then yes.
yeah, voice acting, you can't really tell it's him. Although, I mean, he does have some Nick Cage vibes when he plays Noir.
A little.
Like you can't.
It's
you,
not.
You can't tell me. It's
It's
not
subtle.
like super prevalent.
Subtle.
But it, like, there's like a certain feeling of he's a little insane. That it really feels like it's a bit Nick Cagey, you know?
Mm-hmm. Love that he gets a Rubik's Cube at the end of it. Oh, Cece's back. How was your nap, Cece? We had a lot of chit and chatter about several things.
Blue,
Blue.
blue,
You're blue now. That's my attack.
blue.
Why is Papyrus in chat?
Because you weren't expecting it. Oh. Do you not want him to be in chat? My man's Papyrus.
No, I mean if he's in chat, then like, where the fuck are the rest of the monsters?
It's just Papyrus today. He went out.
Oh, only he managed to get out of the underground.
Yeah, he found a way, and now he can't get back and get everyone else.
He's stuck
Looks so
outside
sad.
now.
Yep. That's definitely a thing that would happen to Papyrus, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He'd just be like stuck. He's like, oh well, crap. How do I get out?
Damn it! My ingredients forever stuck in the underground.
Papyrus would never say that. He would never swear.
That is not a Papyrus thing to do.
He would never swear. It is not within his his
No,
jurisdiction.
he would.
Papyrus would never
He has.
do that. He does swear?
He
When?
curses in one of the little like Q&A Toby released
Oh,
about
right.
Papyrus.
Oh,
What
oh
does he
yeah, he
say?
did. He did that ding, didn't he?
He did swear? What did he say?
I think he did.
He did. I think it was censored, but he did curse.
Censored.
Too strong.
Even when trying to be a menace, he couldn't bring it that far.
His power is too strong. I think you know what, whatever. this works. Alright. It's mostly good. Alright. Skip ahead a little. Actually, yeah, let's listen to the song. Alright, let me get the images out. Because I'm gonna be drawing this cat bunny character.
Daring today, aren't we?
That was... That was both like a high blow and a low blow at the same time.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to feel about that. I said bunny. Yes. So Wednesday I played a game called Photo Regalia. You play as a... Let me look at the store page. How exactly the creator calls this character. Oh wait, no, it's not on the store page. It's like a bunny mixed with a cat mixed with a goat.
What the fuck?
Yeah. One of the reviews, I'm no furry, but I'm willing to make an exception.
Of course.
Another one just says fat goat thighs.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
I mean, if that
Having seen the character,
if
yeah.
that's what sells the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, it actually is a pretty good game. It's really,
yeah, but
really
the character
good.
design.
The character
The
design.
character design, though.
I mean, the main character design is, and some of the other enemies are actually pretty well designed too. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the designs in the game are pretty good. And the movement just feels so nice.
Huzzah.
Huzzah! Oh, that's one of them. I don't know their names. I think when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I like watched like the first 2 or 3 animated versus animation. But
Just the first 3?
something like that. Yeah. How many is there now?
Well, the 6th one started. It's in parts. The first part of the 6th one is out.
I believe.
Listen, if we ever do that watch party, we're totally watching the entirety of Animator versus Animation. There's a lot.
Maybe, we'll see. Am I talking about Cave Story? No, I'm not talking about the meme again. I'm talking about Pseudo Regalia. The main character from Pseudo Regalia. Pair of something games that one game the Game Cave Story. The pair of something games that one game the Cave Story creator made? What? I don't even know what you're talking about now. I don't...
This character appears in the 4th one.
Ah, okay. TC's talking about some stuff.
This
I
is a
don't know.
canon design, but like we can have some fun.
Yeah. Gotta have some fun. Can't recall any single letter from a guy's name, so I'm asking if the Cave Story guy made it. Pixel. No, different people, I'm pretty sure. Pixel made Cave Story. As far as I know, he really only made like 2 games, 2 or 3 games. He made Cave Story, and then helped with all the re-releases of that. And then I think he made a game after Cave Story where you played as a squid, or maybe it was before Cave Story. It was like Econ. Either before or after Cave Story, he made that. I think those are the only games he made, though. I could be wrong. Always look it up. Look up a screenshot of that game or something. Hang on. Yeah, look up Pseudo Regalia on Steam. The main character is like the first thing on it. That's what I'm gonna try to draw. Or look up, you know, go to Fur Affinity. Sure, it's there.
Oh my god.
I mean,
It is on there.
it is on
Certainly. Yeah, it probably is.
Cece says that she wants the pro tag, not the porn. I mean, you're getting the best of both worlds.
Oh god.
Also, Golden wants me to draw Madi with a tuba, because there was an enemy in Pseudo Regalia that had a tuba that would shoot out music notes that would hurt you. I could probably do that. It's just Madi with a tuba.
They literally stole Marty.
I mean, no, the character wasn't Madi. It didn't look like Madi. But Golden wants me to draw Madi in the place of the enemy. So I can do that. Yeah, because what the hell, it's not a good one to try and remember. I thought one pseudo deep Fancy Pants Monocle games use single word complex names like that.
Oh my god, I remember Fancy Pants.
I mean, yeah, Fancy Pants was a good game. I mean, I don't know, sometimes you want to be a little memorable, so you go out with a crazy name like that, like Pseudo Regalia, so I don't even know what it means, or if it's a real word or not. Fancy Pants was a
Sure.
yeah. What? What do you mean, sure?
A real name. This one. It does sound a bit like a Latin kind of word. At least the second one.
It's not memorable. It's long and awkward. I remember.
Potato.
I remember it just fine. I don't know. I have a weird memory, I guess. Also, I'm realizing I've never drawn a tuba before.
You've never drawn a bunny?
No, not a bunny, a tuba.
Oh.
I've drawn many bunnies. Actually, one of the bunnies I drew for Art Fight, I followed the creator on Tumblr. They drew more of the bunny. I was like, yeah, let's go. It's really good art.
Let's go, bunny content.
Hell yeah. There, it's like kind of a tuba.
It's good enough.
It looks like an instrument. Kinda. Yeah. There you go. Mighty with a tuba. Throwing music notes that hurt. You can call itself Paraployalty. It's just the kind of game that's in grayscale with a wind noise soundtrack and story about the human condition's inability to accommodate those who are different. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I colored her.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's adorable. In fact, I believe Madi is drawing one of your characters.
Oh my god, it's Neela.
looks very adorable. Aww. Yeah, I get what you mean, Cece. But, I don't know. It's not a bad game. It's definitely... like... it's not the prettiest, but it feels really good, and... that's what really kind of matters to me, at least. There's like also like little hints here and there of like what I've played so far, where there's like something possibly bigger than the game itself is like going on. Like there was just like a room that like wasn't textured, and there was an NPC in there that like didn't talk. Like you would try going up to it and talking to it, but it was just dots. So it's trying to be a little sneaky, a little creepy, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Wait, that name really? Eh. Alright, I'll give this a shot. Circle, 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 circle. Nope.
Circle.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You broke it?
My brain machine broke.
There's a circle for you.
I'm gonna need to erase a little bit of it. Like make it a little more pointed at the bottom-ish. So like kinda... well, not quite that. That's more flat. Yeah, a little more like... a little more subtle. And then... there we go. Thank you, Fast. I'll probably go to this here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
The circle with a mole, holy shit. There's a guy.
Terrible color pro tag a cat go bunny. To me, it reads as furry that took whatever animal features it liked from other things. It probably is. But, you know.
It worked.
It worked.
Oh, this canvas is slowly filling up.
Yeah. We're only 2 hours in. That's okay. It doesn't have to be speedy.
Yes. Speedrun.
Speedrun time!
Speedrun canvas.
Is that Proline giving her a lollipop?
No.
She deserves it in all honesty.
Can you give us some backstory on Neela?
What?
On your character there. Do they have backstory?
Oh, backstory. Well, I did make one in like 2017 when I made her originally, but I don't like it.
Okay,
I
that's
kind
fair.
of want to redo it.
Entirely fair. I had a backstory for probably my main character Jake that really doesn't make any sense. Where a big plot point in that backstory was he was so annoying that he was kicked out of hell of all places. Problem is, the character itself is not that annoying. He's actually a pretty normal guy. So I don't know what I was thinking. So I need to.
It was so normal that it annoyed absolutely everyone.
Maybe. Well, he's not that normal either. I mean, maybe, but eh.
He's a complex character.
He's a complex character that used to be annoying, and used to literally like just get on like Lucifer's bad side so much that Lucifer kicked him out of hell because he didn't want to deal with him anymore. But now, like, he's just like not that bad at all. So it's not a very fitting backstory for him, but whatever. I more or less have to keep it now since it's a character I've been role-playing and continuing as for years now.
Hey, Guru is a character. It's fine.
I guess.
I made Neela as a counterpart to another person's character.
Mm-hmm.
And like that other character was she was like an Undertale character, and she was like the soul of joy.
Mm-hmm.
I made a counterpart that's the soul of sadness.
Makes sense.
I don't know why I was the first one to do that.
Is Undertale good? And therefore, we make Undertale characters.
Yeah, no, I mean like that character of Joy had existed for a while before I found her, so like I'm not sure why I'm the first one to make a sadness counterpart. Like it feels a little too obvious for no one to do it.
I mean, hey, you know, if Disney did it,
Yeah.
is it that big of a deal? I don't think so. If anything,
So yeah,
we had the
I do
idea
want to
before
keep
Disney.
that part. I do want to keep that part, but everything else I'll probably like redo entirely.
That's fine.
But yeah, anyway, thank you, Marty. This is adorable.
Agreed. Very adorable.
Very nice.
And Clem's drawn
A normal thing.
Is that his name?
That's normal. That's a normal man.
I was just a guy?
Yeah, it's definitely just a guy.
Oh, okay.
It's just a guy. She's probably friends with the milk monster.
Yes, yeah. Sure. Let's see that.
Honestly, even if something seems obvious, there's always someone who's first to do it. Might be rude to say, but a lot of people just copycat instead of doing their own thing. It's entirely fair. I mean, game developers, animators, pretty much anyone you can think of has probably copycatted off of someone else before. Musicians. That's just kind of how it is. It's hard to have a unique idea when humans have existed for so long. And usually we get inspiration from things we don't even realize we've taken inspiration from.
I mean, there's a difference between taking inspiration from something and, you know,
Taking the idea. I agree. There's a difference
being a
between the two.
copycat. There's a difference.
There's a difference, but they're like they're cut from the same cloth. You know what I mean?
Guess so.
And barring one or two things getting inspired. Right, copycat meaning you literally are just doing the exact same thing. Which is
kind of
like what
like
Rock
my
Band
idea now.
did. One thing is like what Rock Band did after Guitar Hero was already a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like Rock Band is almost exactly Guitar Hero, just a little bit tweaked. Where it's like pretty much the only thing with Rock Band is that it's aesthetically different and it's more focused on pop, like modern pop songs. Where Guitar Hero, at least prior to Guitar Hero 4, was about older songs and older rock songs.
Rock and metal.
So exactly, like Rock
And
Band
it was
just playing copy
sick.
Guitar Hero. Also, people from Guitar Hero went off and made Rock Band, so that didn't help either. Breath of the Wild, a shit ton of clones came out, copying the entire gameplay and aesthetics and just changing out the designs. That's also true.
There's one that became very popular. What was it? Oceanhorn. Oceanhorn very much looks like and very much seems like it's copying a lot of things from Breath of the Wild.
Some people say that Genshin Impact was copying Breath of the Wild, which is, There's a case maybe, but-
Gameplay-wise, I would see it completely. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Gameplay-wise, yes, I agree.
I've never played Breath of the Wild, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it is an open world. It approached open world in a slightly different way that we're used to. And
I mean, as far as I know, in Breath of the Wild, you don't actually need to do anything. You can finish the game in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Genshin, it's more linear. Like there are story beats you have to go through.
Genshin is a gacha game.
Yeah, there is also that.
It is very much a gacha game. It is a game about paying money so you can get cool characters.
Which is actually
Hopefully.
hilarious because, like, I haven't actually used the wish mechanic. I used it once to get Noelle, and she's just been kind of basically my main character.
Oh,
And another point, someone told me that I should just use the promotion while it's still here, so I did another wish and I got a different character who's apparently like really cool and strong. So I guess I just got lucky.
Nice.
No, I was like guaranteed. I specifically rolled because I wanted to get Noelle. But the other roll was just to see what would happen.
Yeah, I think that's the only hugely differing part from what Breath of the Wild does.
Imagine if there was gacha in Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god. What characters would you play? Fucking Ganon?
Yeah. Play as Ganon.
Ganon. Play as Ganon, fighting Ganon.
Or you can get like like old versions of Link, or like you can get
Oh
like
my
specifically
God.
like they specifically make like low polygonal versions of like N64 Link from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
I think you can already get the what is it called? You can get the skin, or at least you can get an armor that makes you look like an older gen Zelda game in Tears of the Kingdom.
Mm.
And you can also
Q,
get
you
the
were
old weapons.
getting fan art.
I'm getting oh shit.
Well,
Someone is showing you.
Wait.
Where?
Oh, it's from that one series. I think it was Madi that showed it to me. It was basically like if animals were living as humans do, like how would things be different? It's actually really cute. Thank you, Madi. I forget what it was called, but yeah. Someone
But
draws
speaking of
Minotaur.
Genshin,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't get why everyone hates Paimon. She's adorable.
Just, I guess some people really find her annoying. That's what I've heard.
Her voice
And her
really
voice,
fucking
yeah.
bothers me.
I mean, yeah, it's weird because like I've heard the lines from later on and it's really squeaky, but like I started playing from the beginning and her voice sounds a lot less squeaky there. It's more normal.
Oh,
I guess it just kind of like happened over time.
I can't take it. I played this game for maybe, what is it, 2 hours at most? And then eventually I was like, I can't play the fucking game. I feel like I'm going nowhere. And there's
I don't know,
this constant fucking child screaming in my ear every time I have a conversation with somebody. And then there's this gacha thing that I fucking hate. I couldn't take it. I had to uninstall. I can't play that game. It was not made for me.
Fair.
I gave it a shot for like an hour or two, and I was like, yeah, this is not a game for me either.
I don't know, I like doing the side quests.
It's okay.
I mean, to each their own, you know? If you enjoy it, play it. That's fine. It's just, I can't fucking play it. I can't. I cannot.
Gotcha
It's
Impact,
not
yeah.
my kind of thing.
Gotcha Impact.
Oh my god.
That's what CC said. Gotcha Impact.
Gotcha. Yeah, Gotcha Impact. There's the new Gotcha. There's the Gotcha Star Rail now.
Gotcha Star Rail.
Yeah. Have you not seen the amount of ads there are for that game?
I have
don't
ad
even know what
blocker.
it
I
is.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Star Rail now. It's the new game by the same company, and I don't know what it is about. I just see like a bunch of ads that keep bothering me on YouTube, on my phone, and I'm like, well, that's a new game. I'm never gonna play it.
Fair enough. Honestly, the biggest
So-
problem I have with Genshin is how much it lags, but that's more of a me problem.
Oh.
My poor computer is struggling.
You need a GTX 4090 and a NASA CPU.
I mean, to be fair, it is like a decade old.
I feel that. Not my current computer, but for like a good 6 years, I was using a computer that was 10 years old and only got older as time went on.
It was not made for big video games.
That's fine. What are you gonna fucking play Far Cry? You? Never. I don't even see you playing any of those games. Any of the AAA games. None.
I mean, you're kind of right. The graphics in the AAA games just don't really interest me because it's always like companies trying to be ultra realistic and it's just boring to look at.
Yeah, and also, it's fucking full of bugs. It is unplayable. Run away. Play other games. Play play FromSoft games.
Oh god, do not play Dark Souls.
Play Demon
I don't know, I'm
Souls.
not very... I
Demon's-
don't think I
that's not on
can
PC.
play Dark Souls.
It's okay.
Play Demon Souls on the PS1.
The PS1?
I don't have a PS1.
It's not even on the PS1.
It's just fucking pixel art Demon Souls.
Demon Souls isn't even on the PS1. It was on the PS3. Would I consider the
Early
first Metal
PS3.
Gear Solid to be AAA? That's a question.
The first?
The first Metal Gear Solid on PS1 to be AAA. Kinda, yeah. I would consider it to be.
Would that be AAA?
With how big it was? Hell yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if there was AAA back in when the PS1 era was at its peak.
Maybe not, but
I feel like that's more of a PS2 thing or PS3.
yeah, once like the PS3 360 era hit, that was whenever like AAA games were kind of a thing. But I mean,
COD 4.
we could still like categorize it as one if you wanted. I would say yeah, probably.
Yeah. It feels like it starts with COD 4 and Battlefield. Which one was it? Bad Company.
Maybe. I don't really know COD games.
I don't know COD games either, but COD 4 is the only one that I remember. It was
Hey,
the
Mario,
game
what's
that I played with
this
my buddies.
exactly?
I think Mario was trying to do their homework.
I don't know what this is.
I'm not sure either.
God.
God himself?
God himself.
He's here, he's real. Jaw?
He do be. My man G.
My man Jaw. He is here. He is here in this art stream.
There is one character in Genshin that I hate, and it's this annoying ass NPC.
Which one?
He's like some kind of merchant, and occasionally he gives you like daily commissions to clear out parts of
Oh my
the
god.
mountainside.
Yep. Okay.
Do you,
Yeah,
do
I
you
know.
remember him?
Yeah.
God, I want
The-
to kill that guy.
The most
that guy.
useless NPC to ever exist.
I mean, he only exists for the daily commissions, and he's so fucking annoying.
Bro. I don't know, man. I feel like the experience of mopping the floor in a video game is really not where it's at.
No, it's not. That's
Like,
not the same guy.
figuratively or literally?
No, figuratively.
Okay.
No, we're not actually mopping the floor.
Like mopping simulator kind of thing, or?
Oh, there
yes.
are some commissions where you actually sweep the floor.
It's
Wow.
just, it feels like chores, is what I'm saying.
I mean, it
don't-
is.
I don't like it.
I mean, yeah, you don't really want to play a video game just for chores. Just for
Yeah,
clean
I mean,
detail,
I'm saying this. I'm a fucking Destiny player, but yeah,
yeah. Saying this as a Destiny player.
I'm a yeah.
Sorry, your opinion's
I'm
invalid.
not a-
You play
I'm-
Destiny.
Not a good reference, but I stopped playing the game. Trust me, bro.
No, cause like this guy spends like 15 minutes complaining about how his business is like turning to shit because like the roads are closed because of all the enemies that are just camping there.
Mm.
So like he sends you to like get rid of those enemies. I go there, I beat the shit out of those guys, I come back, and he's like, well, you broke one of my boxes, so here's 50 cents, now fuck off, I don't want to look at you. Like, bitch, I just saved your business.
Yeah,
Is this enough for you, Gold Dude?
a good man.
What the hell is this? Looks like a rabid deer thing.
It's what we were talking about earlier. On Wednesday, I was playing a
Oh.
game called Pseudo Regalia. This is the main character.
I don't like this.
I mean, I didn't do it all that well justice if you want to look on the actual Steam page. This is my first attempt at drawing this character, so it's not perfect, but... And it is a little blocky, but that's just because that's the art style the game is in. It's like in a N64 type of look. Low polygon enemies and characters, models, and low texture stuff. Which probably, honestly... This took up more space than I thought it was going to. Let me, not that. Transform it down a little. You solved the math. Do it yourself. We're not having this again. Once was enough. Don't need it again.
I mean, most of these symbols don't mean anything, so...
Fest, are you okay with erasing this here?
Oh.
Since I had to move them. Thank you. Honestly, do little bits at the top and then... I already have this on. Eh. There you go, dude.
Among Us.
Among Us. Among Us. Clem is gonna kill. I like that there's also like this here, Clem, because it looks like it's going right through your eye. Crossing the eye. Set fire to the inside of the Mathamogus. Away with you, demon! Can you see that, Clem?
We all know math is...
Yeah, I see it.
No. I mean, can you say that with like conviction?
That? No.
Yeah,
I have no conviction in my voice.
you say it with anger then?
No, I just say it like randomly.
Away with you, demon.
Away with you, demon.
Just be gone.
Very monotonous.
I think we're getting in the shitposting zone.
Hell yeah.
That's good. That's good. Shitposting time is the best one.
True.
What the fuck is happening down there?
I don't know what's happening down there. I see something with no soul, it looks like.
This looks like some kind of skeleton.
Deadline and Math Time used to be buddies before I redesigned him, so I just wanted to add him in. Oh, okay. Deadline.
It's a quarter.
Oh yeah. It's actually turned out really well.
Oh.
Oh, we good?
Oh, I guess so. Everything disappeared for a sec.
Yeah, that just means you got disconnected, but it'll reconnect you.
Why is there a door?
Is there a door? Because why not?
What is behind the door?
What's behind door number 1?
Demon!
Demons? Who let the demons out?
Me?
You?
I did it.
I did it like this. Whoop-de-doo. That's a joke, lads.
Oh my god. That's a joke, lads.
That's a joke, lads. It was him. How did you know? I didn't. That's a joke, too. Heavy is dead. What an amazing.
The
villain.
Heavy is dead.
Yes, he died.
Oh my god, it is so good.
It is. Just the amount of like detail that went into the backgrounds of that video too is crazy.
Off to hang myself.
Watch and learn. God, what? Marty?
Helicopter.
Marty. That's adorable.
Aw.
Aw, thank you,
Oh,
Marty.
that's so cute.
Aw. Thank you very much, Marty. Aw.
Drop the crown.
It's making me smile. Thank you very much. That was actually really adorable, Monty. Oh, Cece's drawing. I mean, yeah.
Okay, but like the little helicopter just putting the crown in
That
the
was
lead.
adorable. I can't get over that. Seriously adorable. Thank you, Maru.
Booba?
Bit of booba.
Booba.
What else could I draw? You know what? Yeah. Gotta have a flower.
I watched Spooky Month a few days ago.
How was that?
It's a series on YouTube.
Right.
Onion Gardens.
By Sir Pillow.
Senior Fellow, yeah.
Yeah, I've known of it for a while, but I never watched it. Didn't seem interesting enough to me. But if it interests you, which I did see a few Tumblr reblogs from
Yeah.
you, so you know, fair. If you wanted to draw anything from there, from that, you could. Want to draw Pumpin'? What is it?
Skid and Pump.
Skid and Pump, yeah. Or the various villains that have been in the ones.
I really like Dexter.
I don't know which one that is. Sorry.
Yeah, I know,
Which
but
John?
like the point is that like he's really interesting to me. Like there's a lot of potential for this character, and I was curious about what fics there are with him. So I went on AO3, and he doesn't even have a character tag.
Oh. Poor guy.
Yeah. But it's okay. Coincidentally, like not even yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, someone I follow on Tumblr made a Dexter-centric AU. So that's been my spooky month feeding. There are two types of Spooky Month fans. There are the ones who just watch the videos and go, cool, that was funny. People who like go deep into the lore. There's like whole ARG and shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that, but I respect them. The people who do it.
It's a boot. Uh oh. No! They got smushed!
No, don't stop.
They got smushed.
Another thing I really like about Spooky Month is how like the main characters are Skid and Pump, but like Skid's mother is also pretty involved, which is neat because typically parents aren't really involved in these kinds of stories. When it's like about the kids. Or if the parents are involved, they're like background characters or like they just get in the way. So here that Leela is like an important character and she does stuff, it's neat.
What type of Spooky Month fan CCS? What type of Spooky Month fan she is? Well, whichever one you want to be.
Have you watched Spooky Month?
Yo, Clem, that looks so good.
I'm trying to get the reference.
You trying to get the reference?
Yeah, I'm trying to grab
That's
it.
pretty.
Can't remember when Molly posted it.
Oh, I have it. I can send it to you.
You have it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have a ton of references. If you
Yay.
need a reference from me, I either have it or I know where to get it.
Give me Molly reference.
Shit, I have to find
Right
where you
now.
are. I have to find you in my DMs. It fucking Clem
Give-
boy. No, it's 7. There you are.
I need to find what Skid looked like because I don't remember very well.
Reference image.
Give-
There you go. Hey, did you like the 2 photos I sent you?
Yeah. Well.
You liked one of them?
You know. I enjoyed one of them. I did react to it.
Okay, sure you did.
Yeah.
Cece said Cece's watched the first 2 Spooky Months and that Cece wrote 3 fanfics. Oh wow.
Wait, for real?
Yo. Send them fast, Sway.
Yeah. Marty just copied. And man, we have a little pump. Now I have to find what Skid looks like.
Well, there's a little pump. Little.
Marty, why are you copying my drawing? I can't believe you just drew my drawing better than me. What the fuck?
How do I judge between the two? They look the same. Also, Cece said that she linked the fanfics in the text.
Yeah,
chain.
I saw.
Okay. False statement.
Roy is a sore loser. Isn't he always a sore loser? Brief Kevin appears. Fuck yeah, I love Kevin. He's the most normal guy ever.
Ugh. What to draw now?
But yeah, CC, you should watch the other Spooky Months episodes. They get better over time.
Wondering why I wrote fanfics. Looked them up and everything available was darkfic.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on. Oh yeah, if you're gonna watch the episodes, I do recommend watching them just like directly on Newgrounds, because the YouTube versions have different endings, and the Newgrounds version has the real ending, while YouTube versions have like these jokey screamer endings.
Scream. That's how Pella calls them. Thank you, Madi.
What Monty do?
Madi lit up, smoked a cigarette.
The lighter.
Yeah.
So thoughtful.
I will read your fix, CC, maybe tomorrow. Oh my god, it's a snake.
Sneaky boy.
Clem, you never finished that Nico arc.
Nah.
Which one?
Which one? You only made one.
Yeah, you only made one.
Oh my god, yeah.
Let me just finish it in 0.5 seconds. God damn, Clem. Speed Racer.
He's done.
Speed Racer, go.
She's here.
God damn.
God damn.
God damn.
Newman.
Do you mean? I'm planning to watch them since the third one came out, so whoops. I mean canon compliant dark fix. The kids turn into cannibals and the kids find a chainsaw and kill each other. Dark fix. Yeesh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, apparently
What?
that's what people like writing.
Okay.
Weird. I mean, Skid and Pop's whole deal is that they're just silly. They're just like fucking around having fun while all this horrible shit happens around them.
To little boys. I guess that's why they wanted to do dark fix, because they're the only light in the entire thing. So they're like, no, they must be evil and dark too, or something. Fanfics are weird like that. Is that a bomb? No, Madi. Madi.
A
No,
bomb?
Marty, stop.
Oh my god, JC, a bomb.
Marty, no.
No. No.
Marty, no.
I'm powerless to stop Madi. Can do nothing but just watch. Favorite writers just completely lacked whimsy, and I was like, this is dumb. I could do better. I won't, but I could. And then my brain suggested fanfic ideas until I wrote them. Huh.
There.
Blocked out the sun. Aw, little sad face. Oh.
No bomb. Don't go sad face on me,
CC as
CC.
well.
We know you're gonna blow yourself up.
DC is trying to blow herself up as well.
Not yet.
No, Cece, no, stop it.
Don't eat the bomb.
Stop it!
Where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? Where's the bomb?
She's holding it, she's holding it.
I know. It's a joke.
She's crying.
Aw.
Don't you fucking cry on me! You try to blow yourself up and then you're gonna fucking cry? Cope.
Seethe.
Heave. Maul. Bastards.
Grimace shake. Oh no. Is that worse? Could be worse.
Gonna shake with a bomb.
It's called going out with a blast.
Oh my god.
Also, Monty, you were able to recreate this art style of like the rabbit really, really well. I'm impressed.
Practice.
Edible? Oh no. Yes. CC is the bomb. Oh no. What do we do now? Is this like a Tom and Jerry situation where CC ate the bomb and is like now morphed to the bomb shape, or was she always the bomb in the first place?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Like whenever Jerry just gets like a wedge of cheese stuck in him, he's like he's now a wedge of cheese.
Cheese-shaped.
Cheese wedge shaped. Fast. Quick on the draw there, Fast. Uh-oh, you don't. Oh. CC will find a way.
I don't
to
like
close
this
the
button. What does it do?
It kills.
phone. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you.
Birthday
Marty.
every day.
Okay.
Aww.
I have to be a fucking babysitter here.
Cannot stop us forever.
Do you fucking doubt me?
Oh, Fast took that as a challenge.
Hotty's going somewhere with that hand.
As long as it's not a bomb, I don't care. I'm keeping an eye on you, CC. What the fuck?
Tom and Jerry. How are you gonna defuse the bomb whenever it is already inside CC? You can't just get rid of that's just covering up the. That's not how that works. Just gave her a blinky. Uh-oh. Marty, why'd you do that? No!
What did Marty do?
Oh. Oh no. The Marty's now
Okay.
going to deflate.
It's a creeper. Aw, man.
So we back in.
Back in the mines.
Beautiful. So good, Marty. Thank you. Yeah, there's just a ton of sensor bars now. Like, what were they hiding?
Bombs.
Lots and lots of pipe bombs. Pipe bomb.
So cool.
Actually, it was Miku's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Miku!
Yeah. I actually
Birthday.
drew something for it. I don't remember if I put it here, but I did draw it.
Happy birthday.
Happy kind of late birthday, Miku.
It's only a day late, it's not that bad.
Absolute queen.
Mm-hmm. Slay.
We should stop drawing bombs and start drawing Miku. How about that?
No.
Okay.
I think Cece's already one step ahead of you.
What? Okay, that's fair.
I could try a Miku. I don't know if it's gonna be any good. I feel like having completed a majority of the Project Diva games, I should know what, like, Miku's general appearance is.
No.
No? Okay.
No. You will never know Miku.
It's true. She's not real. I can never know her.
She's never. She is an enigma.
Everyone keeps trying to get in contact with her, but it's like, how can you?
How can you? She's unreal. Maidenless behavior.
Off topic, but I am excited for the Scott Pilgrim show. It's gonna come out. It looks so good. The animation, absolutely stellar.
What?
Scott Pilgrim, do you know of him?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Netflix show, animated show. coming out of it. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Here's the Miku I drew. What's happening on the
Aw.
canvas?
Adorable.
Oh God,
gosh,
what is-
that was a lot of Mari. That was a lot of Mari.
Does that Sand Thunder tail?
My God.
It's the Mari bombs. They're here. They're gonna explode everything.
Destruction.
I don't know what to do about this.
Oh wait, no, they're gone.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They just wanted to say
Fair
hi.
enough Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you again.
God damn.
Damn.
This man fucking sneezing.
Yeah, sorry. Usually I sneeze like in pairs like that.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't think I've known a single human being that actually just sneezes once.
I typically sneeze only once.
Only once? Not a second time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just once.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How you do it?
Hey, dude,
I
what's
don't
your
know. I
secret?
just don't. I just don't sneeze the second time.
There they go. The Mahdi is at the bottom there. The March of
No,
the
I
Mahdi
don't.
is.
Stop it.
I don't think you can. Yeah.
Stop the bombs.
They're just walking by. I don't think they're hurting anything.
CC's going to inflate the Mahdi balloon back.
DC's gonna try. I don't know
They're
if.
multiplying.
Oh god, they are multiplying.
Bomb crowd.
Why animate
Bomb
whenever you
squad.
can just move? Bomb squad, yeah.
Exactly. Bum bum.
Bum, 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 bum. Good luck, CC. I don't know. That's a lot of Mahdi to They're dispatched somewhere else. Okay, Mahdi. Thank you. Aw, Mahdi says that they love it, Clem.
You're welcome. Oh my god. Ugh.
Fast, when did you do this? It's little Emily here.
She's joining Clem on fighting math.
Oh, fair.
I appreciate the assistance.
Is Miku like actually 16 now?
I don't think so. I think they gave her a proper. Oh god, that is a big Mahdi. I don't know what Miku's proper age now, but it is her 16th birthday at least. Cece, I think you pumped a little too hard.
I mean, I know that as a character she's 16, but like, how long has it been since she was made?
16 years.
For real?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Miko's pretty old. Like, mid-2000s. No such thing as too hard. I mean,
Make it bigger.
when was Jesus born? Okay, thank you, Bing. When was Hatsune Miku created? 2007.
2007.
Damn. That's old.
Damn, she is 16.
Yep.
Damn.
What'd she look like then? Baby? A child?
Yeah, she was just a little baby. She sang amazing as a little kid. It's crazy.
Came out the womb singing.
Mm-hmm. With a voice like God.
I wonder if there was a very stark style change between the first appearance of Hatsune Miku and nowadays.
Not that bad. The only big difference was her hair. It used to be kind of like a lime greenish. Well, not lime. More of like a crystal greenish. Yeah, it was very subtle. You wouldn't really tell at a glance, but
Yeah,
if you looked, it used to be a little more green. Then they changed it to
In the
straight
first
blue.
image, there was like both blue and green in her hair, and then they just turned it just straight up blue. There's also like some smaller design changes, some that I don't like all that much.
My God, she did not change at all. I mean, yeah, there is a style change in there, at least
There
a
are
little bit.
some small changes, but like overall, she's still the same.
No, yeah, the design is pretty much the same.
Which is understandable because she is really iconic.
Mm-hmm. Didn't really need a design change.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
I think Gumi went through more design changes.
Yep, definitely.
Have Ren and Len gone through any changes? I don't think they have.
No, I don't think they've changed at all.
Yeah.
Ren and Lin have kept the same design. Same with, I'm pretty sure, same with Kaito and Mayako. They've pretty much kept the same too. Alright, we're also down to the last 10 minutes. So, anything you want to draw?
Do I want to draw anything? I feel like I've drawn all my drawing.
You have drawn a lot, so it's okay if you want to take a break. Whoa, such a change. Anyways. Just
whoa.
Keep you awake.
2010 art style. Holy shit. Kind of looks like Ghost in the Shell. What the hell?
It's okay if you can't think of anything to do.
I gotta draw stuff.
Marty's gonna sleep for work. Okay. Sleep well, Marty.
Good. Leap.
Good night, Marty.
Leap.
Right now. Bye-bye, Marty.
I'm not save you from the Among Us Club.
Yeah, I know. This pit of hell, it's a community effort.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm part of something.
I'm doing my part.
Sends the skeleton. Sens will always live on, even past. Sen's Undertale is eternal.
He will never die. You could say that he always comes back.
Yeah.
Who's that? Clem.
Hmm?
Who's that?
No, no, just making a character. On the spot. Doing a pretty terrible job at it though.
Making a character? What?
Yeah.
Nah. You're fine.
There's still some empty space,
Yeah, a little.
especially in my corner over here.
Find something.
They are talking.
What are they talking about?
Who knows?
Could be anything.
Maybe they're discussing Kingdom Hearts lore.
Oh yeah. I do that sometime.
What's that? Are those shoes?
Shoes for...
Oh.
Could try and roughly draw a Roxas from memory.
I mean, she took off her socks and her shoes because it's hot.
Oh, fair. Actually, I could try to do Shion. I'll try to do Shion.
Like, she's just in a shirt and shorts.
Imagine if FNAF and KH did a crossover and it was canon to both series. Oh god.
What?
Imagine that. Not that I actually...
No, repeat that.
Imagine if KH and FNAF had a crossover. That's what CC is
KH?
saying. Kingdom Hearts. KH.
Oh.
Sorry. That's my mistake. I think... I don't remember how Shion looks. Dang it. And hello as well. We are actually almost going to be done with our stream. We're finishing in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we're...
Sorry.
It's about to end.
Sorry. This is what happens. That is definitely not... Wait, no, I think she has... I'm trying to think of a specific character from Kingdom Hearts. And how she has her hair. Oh gosh. I think it's like this.
Listen, I would love to help you make a crossover between FNAF and Kingdom Hearts, but I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts.
It's okay. If I remember...
Do that, we'll have to work together.
If I remember next art stream, that'll be the KH lore art stream. If I can get it all in, who knows. To be fair, that makes it funnier, CC says. Yeah, kind of does.
If I'm even able to come at the beginning.
I think Shion kind of looks like... I mean, she has short black hair. I remember that. But man, I not remember her from memory. I think she has... Yeah, I even think she does a little thing like that. And she wears the organization cloak. There's just a big old black, like, jacket, pretty much. Got like... Yeah, more or less. She's super adorable. And also she's not real.
No!
I mean, obviously she's a fictional character, but she's even more not real in KH because, without getting too far into it, Shion is the manifestation of Sora's memories of Kairi.
Shion doesn't even exist.
Technically, no. And, whenever... So, and then... Shion is also basically trying to become more like Sora. Well, it's not her fault. It's, the organization and just her being a thing at all. Just her existence makes Sora less existent. So she has to, you know, not exist.
Become
For
him.
Sora to exist.
She's becoming him.
She's crying.
She is crying. I mean, she does cry.
A lot.
Seems like getting pretty far into it. Okay, I'm stopping there though. That's like I could go further in and explain why Sora, is doing all that and what
Oh
happens
shit! I
to
was gonna
Xion.
draw something and I forgot. Fuck.
Aw, can you do it really quickly?
I can try, but I don't know if it'll look good.
That's okay. You can just do it with speed. Just Clem, give Fast your energy, your speed energy, speed racer energy.
Illusion. Good luck. I believe in you.
Is that Emily in a box?
Yeah, hold on.
She's screaming.
She's Angie.
Who put her in a box?
Okay. I don't care enough to keep trying, but like... This is me every time I see someone say that Monty killed Bonnie.
Oh.
And
You're
like,
just
imagine
like-
the box is shaking.
You're just like, there's no evidence. It couldn't have been him.
The evidence people use as proof, like, oh, Bonnie has like claw marks on his chest. That proves that Monty did it. Like, bitch, Monty got his claws after Bonnie got decommissioned. You know who has sharp ass claws that could easily rip anything to shreds? The fucking Mimic.
Also, the Mimic
The
can
Mimic.
like literally do anything, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is an all-powerful being, so it probably was.
It can shapeshift.
You know, you know what's gonna happen fast is they're gonna reveal that it was the Mimic, and you're gonna just explode.
They'll do it, but like they'll do it in the dumbest possible way that'll make me mad anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how with the recent FNAF 4 retcon. Because like technically it is not exactly a retcon because like the implication that FNAF 4 was like an experiment and not just dreams was ever since Sister Location, because like they showed there that the bedroom is like a real place. So there was the implication of that, plus the illusion discs being canon, so like there was the implication there. But like everyone kind of ignored it because that's stupid and nonsensical. And
Right.
then they wrote the story where they basically canonized it, and they used fucking hallucinogenic gas. Why didn't you just use the fucking illusion discs, Scott Cawthon? I'm going to kill you.
Actually murdering Scott Cawthon.
I'm going to hunt Steel Wool Studios for sport. Like, legitimately, now that the story has come out with the hallucinogenic gas, people are straight up saying, now we don't know what, if anything, is real at all, because it just could be the hallucinogenic gas.
Oh god,
And
you're
it's
so
like, how
right.
can you possibly think this is good storytelling? Some people are saying maybe Burn Trap isn't real, it's just the gas. Making the Mimic look
Well,
like Burn
shit.
Trap.
The whole story's fake. Go home, guys.
Yeah.
It's all a lie.
I told, like a few days ago, I told someone about this whole thing, and they were like, "This is so fucking stupid." they, like first they had to like go for a bit to get their inhaler because they couldn't stop laughing at how stupid this whole thing is.
That's good.
Then they had to get some copium. They said you should always include a hallucinogenic gas in your story. There is always a good reason for it.
Hallucinogenic gas caused Monty to look like the Mimic and then proceeded to destroy Bonnie.
I mean, that wouldn't change the clause.
Yeah. Hard to say, Gold Dude, hard to say. They could do anything at this point. They have created for themselves a Deus Ex. Basically.
Okay, then this person made some Danganronpa V3 references with the gas, and it's funny, but there are some spoilers.
Okay, don't worry about it then. We should be wrapping up anyways.
I'll just screenshot it to you.
Okay. Yeah, we should be wrapping up anyways. Well, I will download this. So thank you everyone for joining.
Hold on.
What?
Before you download.
Oh, okay.
I want to get rid of this arrow.
Sure.
Okay, now you can download.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining, of course. I believe Annie and I will be playing more of the funny Squid Game tomorrow for Saturday stream, and then I will probably finish up Pseudo Regalia on Monday, and then I don't know what I'll do afterwards. We'll see. We'll see what I'm big ol' feeling. And of course, art next Friday, where I may go through the entirety of KH lore.
We'll see.
We'll see. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of games to talk about. There's like 14 games to talk about here. So.
Okay, Q. I have DM'd you.
What is this? Pretty good.
Then they said, I don't have to explain anything anymore. This is great. And then I said, well, you have to explain where they hid the tank.
The 11th game. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. The 11th game in the series. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
This is some Toho shit.
Kinda. Alright. Well, if there's anything... Clem, Fast, do you want to add any last comments?
Monty is innocent. He was framed. And that is a hill I will die on.
Clem?
Hi. I'm here. Yeah, it was pretty
when
cool.
we're ending? You want to say hi when we're ending?
Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, you know what? Fair. Well, thank you all, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.